mo pé ó wà níbí báyìí ni ó fẹ́ wá ra nǹkan kan ó wá pè pé kó wá bóun ká gbé mo wá lọ bá ń bẹ̀. Mo wá ní báwo ló máa jẹ́ kí Sam Larry kó máa lọ búlẹ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ dá sí i. Wàláì ọmọ yẹn ti di ó ti wà níbi tó wà lẹ́nu kí spirit ẹ̀ kó gbá mi lẹ́nu tí n bá sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo gbọ́. Gbogbo ọ̀dọ́ Naira Marley ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi òun àti Sam Larry close. Ó ní Mohbad àti Sam Larry close tó bá dà fún òun ọkọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Wunmi á sọ. Ó ní because ìgbà mi ó máa fẹ́ lọ sí show ní Kenya àbí anywhere. Ó ní Mohbad ò ní sọ fóun ó dẹ̀ wà London record label òun.
For those who are non-Yoruba speakers, I am going to translate. I'm going to read word for word what this young man is saying. This is serious. When we said that the Nigerian police have been bribed, or maybe Wunmi's mother, former police officer, called some of, constables and sergeants and DPOs and whatever to help her cover up this story, to make sure that her own daughter is excluded. And also Just Lover, that a lot of people respected. Now Just Lover is now like rubbish, like nonsense, for protecting, covering up Wunmi with so much disaster surrounding her, inside of her. You are about to hear something and it will shock you. Let us even ask ourselves, is it Mohbad that ridiculed his own father, or is under a spell? Because that is what his father concluded. Like, this my boy is under a spell. He cannot be normal acting this way. Why? If you are not friends with Wunmi, Mohbad's wife, you cannot come close to Mohbad. And whatever Wunmi says is final. It's not only Mohbad's father that has said this. Friends, maybe they have a bad intention, but not his father. And one thing is this, when Mohbad had problems, sick or injuries, why was not his father contacted? Even when his father called, like something prompted him, like, let me find out what is wrong with my child. The man called. They said, no, nothing is happening. Everybody is okay. That enough is a reason for the man to be so angry, like, you guys think you can take advantage of me because I am poor? That I'm poor does not mean I don't have God. Before we proceed, like and share this video, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell. You will be listening and hearing what you have never heard before. I met with Naira Marley before he went back to Nigeria, and I asked him why he allowed Sam Larry to be bullying and beating Mohbad. He told me that Mohbad and Sam were extremely close to the extent that when he was still under his record label, Sam would have booked him for a show outside the country, and Mo would not inform him until a day to his flight. He said if he is lying, people should ask Wunmi. He said he did not interfere in their affair. Naira said Wunmi knew 95% of what was happening to Mohbad and that he had nothing against Mohbad. He said if he had anything against Mohbad, he would have taken back the car he bought for him. He said ever since Mohbad left the label, they never met and he never sent any threat message to him. Wunmi can testify. I told him that Nigerians would think Sam Larry was fighting for you by beating Mohbad everywhere. You should have cleared your name before he RIP'd. He said truly Mohbad's dad came to see him in the house and that even Mo didn't respect his own father or listen to him. The only person he listened to was Wunmi. Whatever Wunmi said was always the final in Mo's life. There were so many things she has made him do. But Naira said he couldn't be putting his mouth in husband and wife affair. Wunmi has a lot to answer than Naira or Sam. Mohbad's dad is powerless. Even when his own son RIP, they did not regard him enough to inform him on time. Nigerians are focused too much on Naira and Sam, thereby ignoring Wunmi. Well, when we said that Wunmi should be called, that Wunmi is the key, that Wunmi is a manipulator, and all of this she learned from her mother. If you have been on this channel, you will know what I'm talking about. How Wunmi's mother neglected them, neglected even their elder sister, Karimo. That's her name. She's in the US. She said it. She said, our mother neglected us, neglected me. I faced sexual abuse. I was beaten. A lot of things happened to me. She was on the street. Somehow she was able to get herself out of Nigeria down to the US. So you guys think it's a joke? Wait and listen more in Yoruba to what this guy has to say so that we can have a clearer picture of what is going on.
ó wà ń bí báyìí ni ó fẹ́ wá ra nǹkan kan ó wá pè pé kó wá bóun ká gbé mo wá lọ bá ń bẹ̀ mo wá ní báwo ló máa jẹ́ kí Sam Larry kó máa lọ búlẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn tó dẹ̀ dá sí wàláì ọmọ yẹn ti di ó ti wà níbi tó wà lẹ́nu kí spirit yẹ kó gbá mi lẹ́nu tí n bá sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo gbọ́ gbogbo ọ̀tọ̀ Naira Marley ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi òun àti Sam Larry close ó ní Mohbad àti Sam Larry close tó bá dà fún òkúrò ọkọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Wunmi á sọ ó ní because ìgbà mi wọn máa fẹ́ lọ sí show ní Kenya àbí anywhere ó ní Mohbad ò ní sọ fóun ó dẹ̀ wà London record label òun ó ní ó kọ̀ọ̀la ló máa sọ pé ọ̀gá ẹ̀sà mo fẹ́ tẹ̀lé Sam Larry ṣe é jà ló fẹ́ mú mi lọ Kenya ó lóun á kàn rẹ́rìn ni ọlá pé ló yá ó ti tó wá láàrin wọn Sam Larry òun á jẹ́ kó lọ ó ní bọ̀kọ́ tó débẹ̀ òun ti mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń lọ ṣe ń bẹ̀ kọ̀sọ̀ òun náà láwọn tiẹ̀ wọ́n pa àwọn rí pósítà pé Mohbad ń bọ̀ wá kọrin kankan òun á kọ̀ dákẹ́ ní tó bá débẹ̀ lọ́kàn àwọn gbà wọ́n ní káwọn kan máa wà lásán kí Mohbad wá ṣeré ní tó bá dé lọ́kàn tó bá fún un lówó tó bá dé fún òun á kọ̀ máa wò wọ́n ni òun ń dá sáà wọn wọn á ló yẹ kó dá sílẹ̀ kó wọ́ lọ́gàá ọ̀hún dẹ̀ lọmọ yìí wà òkè kí gbàǹjà à ń fi pé ní kankan bá ṣe òun kò pé Sam Larry o orúkọ tiẹ̀ ló dá ó ní bàbá ó ní kọ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ òun àfi tí Wunmi bá fẹ́ sòótọ́ ó ní Wunmi mọ 95% nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad ó ní Mohbad wá sí ọ́fíìsì wá báwọn èèyàn fa wàhálà òun ò sí ń bẹ̀ wọ́n pè òun dẹ̀ pé Mohbad ẹ̀ lọ́lé ó ní tóun bá ní iṣu pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ní mọ́tò tóun rà ó yẹ kóun gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó lóun fi mọ́tò lẹ̀ mọ́tò yẹn ló gbé wá tó wá fa wàhálà mọ́tò yẹn náà dẹ̀ ló gbé padà pé Wunmi lè testify sí pé bọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń porúkọ mo lọ́ọ́ máa porúkọ ẹ because wọ́n lò make correction yẹn wọ́n make correction yẹn ni orúkọ òní jáde ń bẹ̀ ṣé Sam Larry ẹgbẹ́ kan ní Sam Larry wọlé mi bá lẹ́jọ́ mọ̀ bó ṣe máa convince àwọn ará Nàìjíríà tó máa clear orúkọ ẹ̀ bọ̀ ó ń gbóná lọ́wọ́ báyìí ìwọ náà kọ́kọ́ ní sùúrù náà kó obi tọ́rọ̀ yẹn lọ má kàn déédéé jáde wá gbára ó dẹ̀ ní ó ti sóhun náà lọ́wọ́ láàrin ìmọ̀ àti Naira Marley ò gbádùn ayé tó padà sí Èkó lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yìí mo wá bí question kan mo ní sọ́dọ̀ tó kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin ìyàwó àtòun because àwa táwa ń ta kàn ń gbọ́ story ni but story tí o bá sọ fún mi at least tí ó bá jẹ́ pé tòótọ́ wà bí a sì jẹ́ bí a 50-50 irú àtòótọ́ ibẹ̀ kọ̀ ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ò ní nǹkan kan pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ gbà tó ti kúrò lọ́dọ̀ mi èmi àti àpàdé rí kò lè ní pé òun tẹ̀sí mẹ́sẹ̀jì pé tóun bá mú un máa nù kò lè sọ pé bóyá àbí pé àwọn kan lọ ní Naira ló ràn án wá tó bá sọ pé àwọn gbé Naira ló ràn án wá òun ò ti láyé mọ́ kí Wunmi jáde kó wá testify pé lágbájá báyìí ó sọ pé ó dárúkọ Naira ó ní bọ̀pọ̀ ṣe wọn ló máa dárúkọ ẹ̀ kọ́ wa àti Naira close bọ̀ gbogbo òyàn tó bá wò láti fire away wọ́n bìlì pé òun wà àti ilẹ̀ tí pé Sam Larry close wọ́n wò pé Sam Larry ń gbèjà ẹni ló fi lọ́ ń búlẹ̀ ọmọ lọ́wọ́ kiri. pẹ́sọ̀ ìwọlé ẹ̀ kó ti ṣe àtúnṣe pẹ̀lú Sam Larry tó bá jẹ́ mi nìwọ ni tí mo ní record label òní tí mo ní company ní tí nǹkan báyìí ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ máa give this thanks so irú nǹkan báyìí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ìwọ náà lè pariwo síta ó lẹ́gbọ́n mi èèyàn mẹ́rin lòun fẹ́ sọ fún ó ní then mo wá ní bàbá ọmọ ìwá bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní ẹjẹ́ tó tọ́ fún yín o bàbá yẹn wá lóòótọ́ o but ó ní Mohbad ò respect bàbá yẹn o ó ní nǹkan tí Wunmi bá ti sọ pé báyìí la fẹ́ ṣe ó ní kò sẹ́ni bọ̀ ìtò ní sèmù ó rọ̀ǹgì ó ráìtì bọ́ ṣe máa ṣe nìyẹn ó ní bọ̀ ṣé òun fẹ́ máa sọ fún Mohbad bó ṣe máa náwó ẹ̀ ni òun ló lówó ẹ̀ náà ó ní bọ̀ nǹkan mí táwọn náà máa ń gbọ́ tí ò tẹ́hùn lọ́rùn òun ò lè dá sọ̀rọ̀ kan tìyàwó òun kàn máa ń wò wọ́n rùn ó ní bọ̀ bàbá Mohbad bàbá yẹn bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé ìgbà tí bàbá yẹn wá bá òun kọ́ bèè lọ bàbá yẹn ó ní nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn wá bẹ̀ òun nìkan bàbá yẹn wá bóun fún bàbá yẹn tó wá bóun fún bí life Mohbad ṣe máa change around because àwọn ò wá happy nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Naira ní ẹ̀sà mo ò lè dá sọ̀rọ̀ family affairs because it's adult man iṣẹ́ ló pa àwọn pọ̀ iṣẹ́ tó pa àwọn pọ̀ yẹn ní káwọn face Torí mọ́ Wunmi, he have a lot to answer than Naira Marley and Sam Larry. Tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú léèyàn nílùú òyìnbó tí mi ń gbé o for many decades, mo ti ń gbé lu 23 years. Torí ekúté léyẹn ọmọ àmú wọn, àwọn ni first suspect. Before outside àwọn bá kan pé bóyá èmi mo nà Mohbad o, àbí mi mo ṣe léṣe o, àbọ̀ abánitọ́dọ̀ tèmi, kò tí ì yẹ ẹ fẹ́ràn. But any first suspect òun ni Wunmi, instead of what ni pé ìwọ ló ń bá sùn, ìwọ ló ń bá jí. Ìwọ ni last ọmọ ní 72 hours, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá rí 72 hours yẹn, kí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni suspect. So bàbá tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí, bàbá yẹn wà powerless, ẹ kàn ń wo bàbá yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, but ẹni tó bá ní IQ tó bá ń wo bàbá yẹn ṣe ń sọ ọgbọ́n fún bàbá yẹn ní access tó yẹ kí bàbá yẹn rí, kí bàbá yẹn ní. Bàbá yẹn kàn sọ̀rọ̀ with powerless ni because in the first place ẹ pé bàbá ń pé ara ọmọ òòyà, bàbá ń bọ̀ lọ́nà gẹ́gẹ́ bí interview tí mo gbọ́ lẹ́nu bàbá yẹn, bàbá ń bọ̀ lọ́nà ẹ tún fẹ́ dá bàbá padà pé ara ẹ ti yá. Thanks so much for the gift, God bless you. Pé kí bàbá padà para ẹ ti yá, but body language ń sọ fún bàbá yẹn pé nǹkan kan ń go wrong àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Bàbá yẹn sì kí bàbá tó lọ bókù ọmọ ìyẹn lásán gbogbo àwọn tó ń involve ìyẹn lásán wọ́n ti wọ gbèsè. Tẹ́ ń sọ fún bàbá tó bí ọmọ pọ̀ ọmọ ti kó bàbá padà sílé, kò sí nǹkan tó lẹ́hùn kó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá ń bá àwọn ẹbí ìyàwó àbẹ́bí ọkọ ẹ̀ fa wàhálà, but tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ make sure kó carry wọn along, nǹkan tó bá carry wọn along ìwọ ló máa forí kó. So bàbá yẹn àwọn cage bàbá yẹn one corner, tó àyíká ń blame bàbá yẹn. Mo sorry omi ò against anybody o, everybody ló ní opinion tó ń, we are talking so that bàbá yẹn ní láti blame bàbá yẹn náà. Ṣèbí nǹkan tí ọmọ bá bẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ kí bàbá ní access ní bàbá máa access sí. Tí bàbá ò bá access sí nǹkan, báwo ni bàbá ṣe fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Àwọn aláàtà lọ tún pé bàbá pé nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sọmọ, kò ń ṣe ìwọ Wunmi. The first place tó yẹ kó gbé fóònù, tó yẹ kó pè ní bàbá ẹ̀ àti ìyá ẹ̀. Aláàtà pé bàbá yẹn, bàbá ń bọ̀ náà ẹ tún ní kí bàbá padà, but òbí body language bàbá yóò padà kí bàbá tó wá lọ bókù ọmọ ẹ̀ certificate wù sí létí. Ẹ wá ní Wunmi kò fẹ́ fèsì yìí. Ká ní òun ní first person tó yẹ pé owó nation kò tẹ̀ ṣe òkú Mohbad kò ń ṣòkú bàbá àtìyẹ́ mọ́ o, òkú nation ni o, òun ó nation ní explanation bí Mohbad ṣe tó fi ṣe bá. But ẹ̀rí ti Naira Marley àti focus lórí Sam Larry àti Naira Marley jù, ó wá dábàá attention wa kó lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀hún, because wọ́n ní àbúrò Mohbad náà wà nílé ńjọ́ yẹn. Ǹjẹ́ àbúrò Mohbad yẹn náà ṣọ́ọ̀tì pé wọ́n ti interview rẹ̀? Gbogbo ọkọ̀ báyìí àwọn ọlọ́pàá nígbà yín ọ̀hún bá rí ìbọn lọ́wọ́ ẹ kọ́rẹ́ gba lọ́wọ́ mi, investigator tó bá ṣe ló máa judge ẹni tó commit crime. Charity ti bullying yẹn àwọn wọ́n máa bá àwọn Sam Larry lórí bullying ni ẹgbàá àwọn tó tọ́.
Welcome back. You heard what the gentleman said. A lot has been subtracted, removed from Wunmi. And what do I mean? I mean, attention has been taken off from Wunmi. But we are glad that there are intelligent people. This platform has dedicated time to speak without bias. We have spoken about Wunmi, Sam Larry, Naira Marley, and whoever is around. And the other young guy that called the auxiliary nurse, all of them are in the custody of the police. The question we should ask is this: is it a crime as a friend to call your personal nurse to assist? They said, no, Sam Larry is the one, Naira Marley is the one. They called him. Of course, this conspiracy or any of this could be possible. The heart of human beings is so deep, nobody can find it. It is true. It is true. Well, let us be sincere. Regardless of anything that the police have said, everyone will bring his or her lawyer to the court. The case will be judged, and at the end of the day, I don't think there is any evidence unless something else is brought forward. There are no evidence that indicate that Sam Larry RIP'd. Maybe motive, if Mohbad's lawyer can work on that. Maybe motive. And I don't think Mohbad has a lawyer yet. It is the state, the Nigerian police, that is going to provide evidence and all of that. So, as a young man said, he said, well, they will only be reprimanded for bullying, and that's it. If it's 10 years, if it's 5 years, if it's 2 years, whatever, that's what Sam Larry will face. And if there are no evidence that indicates or shows Naira Marley involvement in it, unless there are, kind of statement here and there that have been taken and they will dwell on that. But then, like I said, to be taken to the court. Naira Marley's lawyer said there is nowhere that you will see, no evidence that points to Naira Marley's involvement. He was only angry. He took advantage of his signee. All of that will be looked into. That's the truth. But what about Wunmi? What about the young man? What about the young man that called auxiliary nurse to help his friend? The Nigerian police roped him. They said that he called an unqualified personnel and thereby he is also an accessory to the RIP of Mohbad. May we not do good and end up in mess. Maybe he was simply doing good. I don't know. But all of them will be tried in court, like I said. Everybody will be tried in court. Now, why is Wunmi not part of this? You heard what the young man said. He said Mohbad does not even respect his father. I already knew. I was already seeing this thing like, how is it possible that someone's wife, if not for juju or jazz or whatever, your wife will now disrespect your father because your father is broke? Like, seriously? Does not make sense. Like and share. See you in the next update.